I'm Andy from Idol360. I'm here with
Kris Allen.
And we're here at Berklee City Music for Music Empowers. How did you get involved with Music Empowers?
I've known Andy for a while, Andy
Okay.
Davis, and he started Music Empowers, and he's great, man. He lets me get involved in a lot of the stuff that they do, and this is just one of those things, and I'm glad I'm a part of it. I got to hang out with the kids last night, and we rehearsed a little bit, so it's going to be really fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I know that you try to get involved with charities as much as you can. I know it was kind of a hassle to get you out to Haiti last year.
Yeah, was that even last year, or was it?
Oh,
I don't even know.
I don't remember anymore
I don't remember
either.
either.
You know, in the Idol sphere, there's always a different drama every week, just to try to keep up with it. Heard your new song because I have a lot of friends who are really big fans of yours. How did that actually come to be, and who did you write that with?
Which one?
The country sounding one. Block the Devil, Block the Door, Devil, Devil Door. It has a long name, and I'm not really
That's okay.
that good with it.
I don't even know the name of it, to be honest with you. I was writing a song with Jess Cates and Kris Stefano and some songwriters, and they're really great. But we were writing this song, and it was kind of a, it was one of those songs, and it's good. But we had a tough time with it. We had a tough time coming up with the chorus, and so we were just jamming around, messing around with something, and one of the guys picked up like a mandolin, and we started jamming around on that, and it kind of just came out in like 15-20 minutes. It was good.
Is this kind of like a serious album contender, or is it just kind of something that you were messing around with a couple of your buddies, and you're like, this is kind of awesome?
Well, I mean, it's both, really. I mean, maybe it's for the album, maybe it's not. I don't know. I mean, people really like it, so there's whether I don't think it's the idea for the album or the direction for the album, but it's definitely, a good song is a good song, and it's a good song.
I know, it's got a little bit more of a little more country.
I think it's
like old school, like bluegrass, a little bit.
Yeah, maybe not so much like, it's definitely not country these days,
yeah.
But more like Johnny Cash, Elvis kind of country.
It's cool. I mean, it was something different, something that we hadn't heard from you before. And we know that you're a guy that has a lot of ideas in your head.
I like a lot of music, so it's tough to not dabble into different genres,
You mean you don't like to play disco covers every week?
No, I don't actually.
What? How is that even possible? Have you chosen a producer for the next album?
No, I haven't. Really just trying to make sure we have the songs first, and then whatever songs we feel like are the best, then we'll try to pick a producer off that, and still just kind of looking, trying to, talking to people and just trying to get the vibe of some people, and maybe it's somebody I've worked with, maybe it's, maybe it's not. We'll see. You
seem to be taking your time on this new record, because, I know, the saying is that you have a life, which I know, I'm sorry, it's going to be a terrible, one of your song quotes, but it takes a lifetime to, create your first album.
Right.
But then the second one, you almost have, a year. But for you, it seems like it's almost going in the opposite direction, where you had, 2 months to make your first album. And are you trying to take a little bit longer on that second album?
Yeah, I mean, I want to make it right. I want to make it perfect. I want to make it, I want to make it something that I feel like is going to be a really good representation of myself, and something that's really cool. And I feel like that's happening. I really do. I feel like some of the stuff that I have is just really killer right now, and so I'm really excited about it. But also just, I want to make it right. I don't want to take forever. I really don't.
Yeah.
I really want people to get some new music out. I want to get back on the road playing new stuff. So it'll, hopefully, I can't imagine that it won't come out this year.
Right.
I really can't.
You recently wrote for Matt Morrison from Glee. What's it like being on the songwriter side as opposed to the writing for myself side?
There's way less stress.
Really?
On the songwriter side. It's almost like this is the first time that I've been able to call a song that I had a part in writing, a success. As a single. It's going to be the next single, or it is the next single, and I don't know. It's kind of cool being on that side of things, and then you don't have to worry about singing it all the time too.
Is it weird to hear something that you wrote in your head sung in someone else's voice? It has to be.
It is not, actually. No, he sounds so great on it. I think the song sounds so good with his voice that I'm so happy that he has it, because it was it never worked in what I was doing, so I'm glad it works with him.
Well, that's awesome. Do you have any other collaborators that you're willing to talk about on your next album, or anyone that you're willing to leak? Anyone who has a breakfast food name? like egg white?
Oh.
Come on, Kris, you're killing me here, buddy.
I mean, I haven't worked with Egg yet. I mean, he works solely out of London.
Yeah.
And so we'll see if that happens.
I mean, I know that's not an ideal commute for you.
No, it's not. But, you know, it could happen. I don't know. There's nobody that's in the works right now that I'm like doing a duet with or anything like that. I don't think there's going to be any broettes on this CD.
Ah, sad. You're not going to call up anyone from Train or anything?
I don't think so.
I'm just messing with you, man. I want to know, do you like your hairstyle now, or are you going to cut it?
I don't care.
I know. I figured you didn't care, but
Well,
the people on Twitter want to know, Kris.
I was like, you know what? I've never grown out my hair, but I mean, if this is going to be the time to do it. Let's do it now.
I like it.
Oh, we'll see.
I mean, no, I don't know. I like it.
I think you're like 1 out of 10, by the way.
Hey, got to be an original here. How's your dog? Your dog's the best, by the way.
He's great. I had to leave him the other day, and it sucked. I went home for the hometown show, and then I was home for 1 day, and then I had to leave again. It sucked. I miss him a lot.
I have to say, I do have your dog on tweet alerts.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever a picture comes up, it like comes to my phone,
which
I know is like super creepy, but your dog is awesome.
Well, he's the cutest dog in the world.
Well, obviously.
And so, yeah, I can't see why you wouldn't.
How did you get involved with that OK photo shoot, by the way? Were people like, hey, we hear you have a dog, do you want to be in our magazine? Or?
I think so. I don't know. I have no idea how that stuff works, whether it be management calling them or them calling us. I have no idea.
Okay. Back to questions. Are you going to be, I know it's a little bit early, but are you going to be touring this summer?
I don't know.
You don't know?
There's nothing in the works right now, but we'll see.
Okay.
Gotta finish the album first.
See, that's what I figured, because a lot of artists are like that. They're like, I don't want to tour if I don't really have anything new.
Yeah, we've been playing the same stuff for like 2 years now, so it'd be really fun to play new stuff.
I like that you're still wearing your Penny Royale necklace. That's pretty awesome. Those things are really nice.
It broke not too long ago.
Oh no.
The band on it, so this is a shoelace.
Oh, it looks fancy. So I gotta hand it to you, stylish guy. What's your favorite album and song of all time? They do not have to be the same.
Okay. God, that's such a tough question. I hate that question. Favorite album of all time?
I mean, this is the be-all, end-all question. So what you say on Idol360 is going to be...
It's so tough because, I mean, I love certain albums for different periods of my life. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember loving the Boyz II Men 2 album when I was a kid. Or right after that, like the Make Yourself album with Incubus. Like, I lived on that album.
So did I.
And I think everybody did.
What about at this point in your life, right now? Like, if you could say, right now, what's the one album that you've had on repeat on your iPod? What would it be? Or song? Or both?
You know what? I've been listening a lot to the new Jamie Cullum album.
He has a new album out?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's fair. I think it's fairly new, but it's pretty good.
Would you ever want to write with him?
I mean, he's great. He's like different, jazzy, a little bit more jazzy than me, but he's got super great songwriter.
Do you think that your writing's improved since your last album?
Yes,
songwriting?
I do. I think that. Well, first of all, the first songs on that first album were songs that were written really fast.
Yeah.
And sometimes that works. Sometimes for me, when I'm writing songs for myself, when I'm writing songs by myself, or getting a little bit of help from other people, I'm able to spend a lot of time on them. Mm-hmm. And so I've had some of these songs that I've written for the next album for 2 years now. Some of them were songs that I was writing with other people at the end of the first album.
Right.
But I've been able to perfect them and make them right.
Right.
And so, I forgot the question.
No, it's okay. Do you think that your writing has improved?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
So in the end, yes, I do. I feel like melodies, lyrics, I think all that stuff has improved.
When you write a song, do you ever, like, I have friends that do music too, and like...
No.
Yes, I know, right? Can you believe it?
Yes, no. That's great.
People always think that it's a small section of people that do music, but it's actually a lot. Oh my God. But who said that, like, they'll write a song, but they never really finish it because always find something wrong with it. Are you like that, or?
If I was not a musician for my living, I would probably write halves of songs all the time.
That's awesome.
Because I feel like I'm really good at that. And then let them sit forever and never finish them. But now that I do what I do, I think that I've made myself have to finish them.
Do you write primarily on guitar or on piano?
Mostly on guitar. I'm not as proficient on the piano as I want to be.
Are you a lyrics or a music guy first? Like, do you write the songs first or the lyrics? Which I know is like a stupid question.
No, it's a great
because every
question.
song is different, but
It is usually different, but percentage-wise, I would say mostly the melody first.
okay, down to the last two questions. What is your favorite song to sing live? One of your own or a cover? And if so, name it.
It's always I love singing this over live.
Yeah.
I do.
I
think it's a song that it's got some space in it, so it's nice for a singer, and it's just one that you can kind of really get into. And I like songs that are in 3/4 anyway. So.
And I like the instrumental build at the end of it too.
Oh, thanks.
It's pretty cool. It killed at Yankee Stadium.
Oh yeah.
I've been to a lot more of your shows than I'll admit to. By the way, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Kind of obscure cover. Didn't think that like.
Really?
Well, I mean, the only last time I heard that song was like I was driving with my mom. Like I heard it on like Top 40 Hits radio, and I was like, oh, I really like this song.
Yeah.
And it kind of like fades from my memory. And then when I heard you play that song, I was like, wow, it's like kind of obscure, but it's a really good cover.
A lot of people, I think a lot of people kind of forget about this song, but this song is one of the best songs of all time. So I think it was a no-brainer for me to kind of do that thing. And then you can kind of, I mean, the drum beat is exactly the same as not to make you feel love, but the way you make me feel. So,
cool. Yeah.
To do those two together.
Awesome cover. And a question about your friend and mine, Jim Cantiello.
Mm-hmm.
How often does he drunk tweet you?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't know.
How often do I drunk tweet you?
Every day.
Yes.
You have a problem.
I know, I'm sorry.
And it's okay.
I'm trying to help.
There's no judgment over here.
I know. Well, everything I learned from Jim. So.
Oh.
Just saying.
Well, that's okay. I like Jim. Jim's a pretty smart guy. So.
You know, he's really smart. Super nice guy. But thank you so much for taking the time to interview us. We look really forward to the show.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Charity stuff's always the best.
Especially with kids.
Yeah. Oh, I know, right? I saw them all with their oboes and their guitars and stuff downstairs. I'm really excited to see.
And I'm playing. I don't get to be in the oboe band.
Oh no! You don't play oboe?
You could if you want.
I know. It'd be fun.
Kris Allen, musical wonder kid, doesn't play oboe?
Sorry, I'm not a musical wonder kid.
You play
These
two instruments.
kids.
Oh, I know.